You bought a lovely 3D print and now it lies in front of you and you're maybe unsure what to do next? Then this video might be able to help you. 3D prints for weapons or props are more and more common, but I did struggle in the beginning as I didn't really know what to do with a raw printed piece. I even had the impression that it's so easy and I didn't have to do any work with them. But well, as you can already guess, that was quite the wrong assumption. 3D prints are amazing and a lot of shops offer them online in great quality. Some even send you the fully painted and prepped piece, but if that's out of your budget or you just like to do things yourself, then this video might hopefully give you some tips and useful tricks for your next project. As I do not own a 3D program nor a printer, I usually rely either on friends or shops who do the base work for me. Fortunately enough, there are lots of people out there offering prints and or the files for that. I did buy my files for this project from the Dangerous Ladies, and their files really are amazing and the customer service is just great. I'm going to leave a link in the description below so you can check out their page as well. I then sent the files to a friend who then printed everything for me. It reached me a short while later and as you can see, some parts still needed to be assembled. So for the first step, I cleaned the prints and then proceeded to glue the pieces together. I used UHU Plus Schnellfest for that. It worked really well and after everything was tightly fitting together, it was time for the next step. But before that, real quick, use gloves and a mask when you're handling such glues or during sanding. Also, be in a well-ventilated area and be careful. You do not want to hurt your skin or breathe in any of these materials. The next step then was to start sanding. You can either sand wet or dry. I started with the 120 strength and worked up until 240. First, start with the rougher ones and then turn to the higher numbers to get a more even surface. Once you're happy with what you see, use a damp or wet brush to get rid of the sanding dust. Also, if the parts you glue together still have really visible seams or cracks, use a filler to cover that area. Be careful not to apply too much and to even it out. Also, when sanding those particular areas, do not sand too much or you will remove all of the filler and then you have to repeat the step again. I then used spray filler, applied it, waited until it was dry before I did some more sanding. Yes, this includes lots of sanding. Once I was happy with the look, I then used a primer coat before I turned to the color. It was a mix between spray color for the larger areas, acrylics for some small parts and afterwards some light weathering so that the sword didn't look too brand new. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, a thumbs up would be really lovely. And happy crafting!